What's good, fam? Welcome to Tito's Kitchen. In today's video, I got a classic for you. We're making shepherd's pie, a nice, hearty, hefty, savory meal that you'll love. If you got a big family, this is something perfect to make. You can whip it up really fast and everybody will be satisfied. I mean, this is the type of meal that will stick to the bones. You got meat and potatoes. You can't get no more basic than that. Meat and potatoes, you know? But anyway, like I said, just a few ingredients. We have our veggies over here. I have mixed veggies. We're gonna go with frozen veggies. You can use fresh veggies, but sometimes frozen can even be better depending on what you're cooking and the style that you're cooking. Diced onions, a tablespoon of fresh thyme and rosemary each, 4 minced garlic cloves, have about 6 ounces of mushrooms, Parmesan cheese shredded, chicken stock, 3 pounds of ground beef, this is about 3 pounds of potatoes, of course, red cooking wine. We have our Worcestershire sauce, smoked hickory salt. You can use regular salt, but I'm using smoked hickory and regular salt. Tomato paste, butter, and that's about it. So we're gonna start off by peeling our potatoes. We're gonna cut them up and boil those. And once we do the potatoes, then we'll jump in with everything else. Now keep in mind, I do have a large family, so if you don't wanna make this amount, you can just divide everything in half. Just divide all the ingredients in half and you'll be A-okay. All right? So, oh yeah, one more thing. We are actually gonna add a couple eggs in there. I meant to mention that. We'll add a couple eggs in our egg yolks actually in the potatoes. So I almost forgot about that. But cool, so we're about to dive into this. Like I said, let's jump on these potatoes and we go from there. If you haven't already, tap that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Tap that bell so you'll be notified every time I drop a new recipe. All right, let's get it started. Okay, we're going to set up a pot of boiling water and add a generous amount of salt for our potatoes. We're going to peel all 3 potatoes, like so. And then we're going to cut each one in half. And then cut it in half again. And then we're going to cut about 1-inch size pieces. We're going to do the same for all 3. Now our water's boiling, so we're going to go ahead and add those potatoes in, and try not to burn yourself with scalding water like I did. Didn't mean to just drop them in like that, but it's all good. We're going to bring those up to a boil. Boil them about 15-20 minutes. They're not going to take as long since we sliced them up. Add those to a bowl and nice steaming hot. Going to put in 1/2 stick of butter, a teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, about 3 tablespoons of sour cream. Then we're going to sprinkle in a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a little shredded Parmesan cheese. No particular amount, just a nice little handful. Mix that up a bit. And we can't forget a little bit of milk. You can use cream, I used whole milk this time. Mix it right in, nice and good. Boom, we're gonna go ahead and throw those 2 egg yolks in there. Remember, just the egg yolk, and mix it in nice and good. It's gonna give the potatoes that nice, rich flavor and texture and color. Bring your pan up to a medium-high heat. Add in some avocado oil. Then we're going to drop in our mushrooms, and we're going to cook them until they start to brown. Once it starts to brown, we'll make a little room and pour in our diced onions. Give those a stir or two. Add in a little more avocado oil, then we're gonna go ahead and throw in our garlic. We're gonna cook it a few minutes until the onions start to sweat or turn translucent. I'm trying to use big words here. And once we do that, we're gonna put in a little more avocado oil and then throw in our ground beef. Until it turns nice and brown. Only use 10% fat ratio because we're not going to drain the beef. We're going to use the fat to help with the sauce. Go ahead and drop in a tablespoon of butter. Put in our rosemary and thyme herbal blend. Go ahead and dump in those frozen veggies. Now I'm going to put about 1.5 teaspoons of this hickory smoked salt. It's going to give it that nice smoky flavor. Instead of us using liquid smoke, I went with the smoked salt. Mix that up, add in some ground pepper. And I tasted it. You want to make sure you taste your food as you go. Just make sure that flavor's all right. So we need a little bit more salt, so I put in some more of that smoked hickory salt. And we're going to add in 1.5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. What's this here sauce? I don't know how to pronounce that thing. Y'all tell me. We're gonna go ahead and add in our tomato paste, 1/2 cup of red wine, we're gonna sprinkle in about 1 tablespoon of flour. That butter, flour, and tomato paste mixture is gonna give us that nice consistency we want for the sauce. Mix that together, let it cook a little bit, and then we're gonna add in 3/4 cup of chicken stock. This flavor combination is gonna be outstanding, folks, I'm telling you. Mix it all in. We're gonna go ahead and cook that down, let it reduce halfway until the sauce is a nice thick consistency. Get you a buttered casserole dish and pour in our meat mixture. Now we're going to spoon in our mashed potatoes. Go ahead and spread it out nice and even, flatten it on top, nice and good, and it's coming together, I'm telling you. After that, go ahead and sprinkle on a little more Parmesan cheese. You know, it's up to you how much you want to put on there. We're going to set the oven for about 420 degrees, 420, and put it in the oven. Let it cook, let the top start to brown, and that's pretty much it. Take it out, garnish it with some parsley. And this is a hearty meal. I told you can feed a lot of people. So we're gonna cut this in 8 big portions. Just like that. Let me scoop it out so I can show y'all exactly what we're working with here. Sheesh. Hot and fresh. Let me grab a knife and slide this off real quick. There you go. Boom. For sure, y'all, I gotta try this out. I got to, like, right now. All right, fam. Like I told you, quick, simple, easy, savory, and good. Shepherd's pie. About to try it out, see how it came out. Yes, indeed. This tastes like grandma's cooking right here. You will not be disappointed if you make this. Put the ingredients together, follow the steps, and you're gonna be happy. Easy, simple recipe, can't go wrong. Like I said, it's gonna stick to the bones. It's gonna stick to them ribs, you know? As always, thanks for the love, y'all. Peace.